If you're looking to really level up your marketing career, there's one certification that's an absolute game changer: the Salesforce Certified Marketing Cloud Email Specialist. So today, we're going to break down exactly what you need to do to pass it. Look, if you're in the marketing world, you know it's all about proving your skills. And this certification, it's one of the best ways to do it. It shows everyone you've truly mastered one of the most powerful marketing platforms out there. So what are you actually proving with this credential? Well, it's not just a piece of paper. It's solid proof that you have real hands-on skills in designing messages, managing all that precious data, and most importantly, actually getting your emails into the inbox. You know, the big three of email success. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of it all, the exam itself. Because if you want to pass, you've got to know what you're up against, right? The whole thing is broken down into a few key areas. You're looking at 6 core domains you absolutely have to know. Deliverability is like the foundation of everything. I mean, if your emails don't land in the inbox, what's the point? Then you've got design and content creation. That's all about crafting emails that actually work. Automation is where things get really cool, letting you scale everything up with journeys. Of course, that's useless without rock-solid subscriber and data management. And finally, you have to prove you can use reporting to see what's working and make smarter decisions. It's a full-on test of what you can do, not just what you know. So, what's the best way to really get a feel for this exam? Honestly, it's to look at some real questions. So let's do that. We're going to walk through a few right now so you can see how they're structured and the kind of thinking you'll need. And this is a super important point. The exam isn't trying to trick you with memorization questions. It's all multiple choice and multiple select, but it's designed to test how you apply what you know to solve real-world problems. All right, let's dive in. Here is our first question. Okay, so let's break this down. NTO is seeing people unsubscribe for a reason related to a feature that they don't even have. So what on earth could be causing that? So here are your choices. Is it the list unsubscribe header, maybe something in the profile center, or the universal unsubscribe? Think about what happens on the email client side, not just in Marketing Cloud. And the answer is A, the list unsubscribe header. That's the little bit of code that lets email clients like Gmail put their own unsubscribe button at the top of an email. That can definitely look like it's coming from a feature like reply mail management. Awesome. Let's keep that momentum going and tackle question number 2. Okay, here's another classic scenario you'll definitely see: IP warming. So NTO has a new IP address, and they need to assign some other smaller transactional sends to it to get it warmed up. Where in the system do you go to make that happen? Your options are from address management, delivery profile, or sender profile. Now, all 3 of these have to do with sending an email, but only one of them actually controls which IP address is used. And if you said B, delivery profile, you are spot on. The delivery profile is exactly where you specify the IP address you want to send from, along with things like your headers and footers. All right, time for our last sample question. Let's do this. Okay, this one's all about automation. A patient resets their password. An email needs to go out like right now. This is a super high priority triggered message. So, what's the best tool in the toolbox for this job? Should they use a multi-step journey, a transactional send journey, or a single send journey? What do you think? The correct answer is B, transactional send journey. It is designed for exactly this situation: high priority, non-marketing emails like password resets that have to go out immediately no matter what. So, you've seen what the questions are like. Now the million-dollar question: how do you actually prepare for this thing? It can be tempting to look for an easy way out, but trust me, having a solid strategy is everything. You really have 2 paths you can take. There are so-called exam dumps out there, which are just leaked questions. They just encourage you to memorize answers, which is risky, against the rules, and you won't retain anything. Or you can use practice simulators. These give you skill-based questions that build real understanding and let you practice under exam-like conditions. It's pretty clear which one is the smart choice. And this quote from our source material really just hits the nail on the head. Trying to pass by just memorizing answers is like building a house of cards. Salesforce can and does change the exam format and the rules. You've got to study to understand the concepts, not just to memorize a few answers. So what's the actual actionable way to get this done? It's all about using the right tools to build real knowledge that's going to stick with you. Here's a simple 4-step plan for you. 1. Figure out where you're weak. A tool like the certificationexam.com online web simulator is perfect for this. 2. Practice, practice, practice. Use their timed tests to get your speed and confidence up. 3. Study wherever you are with their mobile app. And 4. Walk into that exam and pass it because you actually have the skills, not because you memorized some questions. So the path is totally clear, the right tools are out there, and this certification can really push your career forward. The only question left is, are you ready to go out and earn it?